Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Sabryn, and here I talk about all things knitting, projects I'm working on, and of course, yarn. So this is the 4th episode. It is going to be a big one because it's been over a month. I've gotten so many acquisitions and also not a ton of finished objects, but the acquisitions part is what is going to be a long one. So I'm going to try to make this as speedy as I can, hopefully, but if not, I'm so sorry. I'll try to edit as much as I can, but this might turn out as long as a Disney movie, so we'll see. I'd also like to point out that I have an actual camera this time, so I'm going to try my best. This is the screen and this is the lens, so I'm going to try and look as straight as I can, but it's very tempting to just look over, so apologies if I keep doing that. I had my California trip, which was super fun. I had so much fun with my cousins and my sister, and I also got acquisitions from there, or yarn I should say, because that's a broad term. And I have a lot of things that have come in the mail. I have a couple of things that are coming this week, but I just had the time today, so I wanted to do this as soon as I possibly could, because somehow I run out of time and I don't have time to sit down and talk to you guys. So I'm trying to be better at that. And so I can get more comfortable talking. I feel like I talk too much in my podcast. I don't get straight to the point. My words don't come out right. So hopefully this time it'll be a little bit better. I'm feeling kind of more confident. So let me know if you guys have any suggestions on some things some things you have noticed that I do that's kind of like maybe I should avoid. I'm really good at taking criticism. What is it? What is the word called? Constructive criticism. So just let me know if there are some things that you wish I would do. I am going to be giving more details now on my the things I've worked on and the things I am working on when it comes to needle size, and just more details on that. Basically needle size. I don't know why I acted like there was this long list, but anyways, let's just get started with the typical finished objects. So my first finished object, I realized I do not have in this room. So I am going to get it. 1 second. Okay, so these are my first finished object. They are used, so they kind of look, you know, not as good as they did before. You know, when they're brand new, there's just something so nice about them. But these are my penny socks by PetiteKnit. Let me see if I can. I think the lighting is kind of bad. Sorry if the angle changed a little bit. I am trying to get better lighting in here. Because right now the sun is shining too brightly on the typical side where I record, and yeah, it's just not working out. So I'm sorry if it goes in and out. It's pretty cloudy today. The it's not consistent lighting, but apologies. These are my penny socks by PetiteKnit. I did some modifications. I made the leg shorter, just because I didn't want to do that much knitting, and I have an idea of, like, with all my sock yarn that I have, I want to maybe do a scrappy blanket with them, like a fingering weight blanket when I get enough accumulated. So I kind of want to have scraps, so I have a collection of those. It'll be pretty cool. I'm excited for the idea. But yeah, these were not bad to knit. I used, let me give you the details first. So I used yarn from Poppy and Spruce Fibers on the Spruce sock base. And this is the Lavender Pink Lemonade colorway that I have shown in my previous podcast. I can't remember which one, but this is how it is knit up. It's so beautiful. I love how the yellow stands out so nicely. It really pops. And then you see the different, like, some of the purples. It's very nice, and they're very comfy. I've been wearing them like every day. I knit these on 2.5 millimeter needles, the 9-inch circulars. I don't do magic loop. I tried it once and I failed, and I don't know if I want to try it again, but maybe one day. But I have like 2 9-inch circulars. I don't see why I need to do that. So I always use my 9-inch circulars for that. The only thing I didn't enjoy about this knit was that I just don't like 1x1 rib, and I don't think anybody really does. But this was like, I was ready for them to be done. Like, I was sick of the 1x1. Now, I feel like because this is a variegated yarn, I kind of wish I would have done like, what is it, 2x1 rib, something like that, so it could show more. But I do like having ribbing in my socks because obviously they're more stretchy and they're more likely to fit me better, and the people I knit socks for. But other than that, this was a really nice knit. I don't know if I will use the sock pattern again, but we'll see. Maybe. It wasn't like super enjoyable. And yeah, I don't have much to say other than I'm loving these. These are the first pair of socks I've knit for myself, so I have been like really using them. And to talk about that, I wanted to discuss the yarn and how it's holding up at the bottom. It's like really nice. Just testing it out, there is some pilling. I don't know if you could see, this lighting is so bad, sorry guys. Just slight pilling, but not super bad, and it's not like the color's not being super worn out. I'm very impressed with this yarn. Abby did a good job. I don't know where she gets her yarn from, but I'm impressed, and I love her colors. So that's all I really had to say about those. I don't want to keep going on and on, just because I have a lot more to go, just in terms of this video. So this was my first finished object, penny socks, and next, what is next? Oh yeah, okay. So next is a big one. I'm not sure if my sister-in-law Taylor watches my videos, but just in case she does, and I don't know if she saw my last one where I showed the work in progress of the sweater, but I don't want her to see the final product because I want to give it to her when she has her baby shower. But Taylor, skip this or look away if you don't want to see this, because I kind of want it to be a surprise. So if you're watching, please do so. This is the it's so cute. This is the Moby Sweater Baby by PetiteKnit. Oh my gosh, look at the size of it. Oh, it is so cute. I am dead. I am dead. It's just adorable. I love it so much. Just bask in the glory. Bask in the cuteness. Oh my gosh. I love it. So I knit this in Berroco yarn, the vintage baby Berroco yarn. And what is it? The colorway is like beige. There's an actual, I have a number for it, but I'm lazy and I don't want to get it, but it's beige. And I used the recommended needle sizes, which was 4.5 millimeter for the body and sleeves, and then ribbing, I used 4 millimeters. And it took a while, but I am so happy with how it turned out, especially blocking makes such a difference. And I knew that would happen, but it's still just so nice to see it, like with your own eyes, just how more defined the cables are. And blocking it made this this yarn so much softer. So, because I was worried, it seemed a little rough when I was knitting with it for the baby. I was thinking against his skin, but it is just so cute and I love it. And I'm pretty happy. This is the first all over cable sweater I've knit, and I feel like I did a decent job, but also that is all because of PetiteKnit. Her patterns are just so easy to understand and follow. It was just charts, but she kept it was very organized in the way she wrote her patterns, so I really enjoyed that. Now, one thing is, so this one, you have to do tubular bind off. So this sleeve turned out really well. Like, I think I didn't do a bad job. It's stretchy, but I don't know what happened with my other ones. I must have missed something, and I don't know what, but this is how this one looks. Do you see? It is like I started this looks like it's nice, but then something happened, something went wrong as I was going around, and it looks so janky. And down here too. But I was like, nobody's gonna really notice it. I'm probably the only one that's gonna notice it. Overall, when you look at it, it's not something that really sticks out, on top of, you know, the back here where I messed up. I'm just not too worried about it. It's just, that's what makes it a knitted sweater. I think the mistakes, as long as it looks okay, doesn't look bad. So that is my Moby sweater baby. I'm so excited to give this to her. I did the 3-month-old. Yeah, the 3-month-old to 3 to 6 months. Yeah, sorry. 3 to 6 months was what I knit up for this one, because I know there's going to be a lot of newborn baby stuff that she'll be getting. So I decided to go up a little bit so it can be bigger. So whether it be next winter or something like that, she can use it. But yeah, I'm very happy with how that turned out. Yeah, that's all I really had to say about that as well. So really easy knit. I am going to be casting on my other nephew his Moby sweater as well, and that's going to be in the gray, and the same Berroco vintage baby, and they're gonna have matching sweaters, so I'm super excited to get started on that. I don't know when I'm going to, because right now I have a lot of whips that I'm trying to finish, so I think I need to slow down and actually finish some. But yeah, with that, I guess we can move on to whips. So I had told you last episode that I was test knitting for the Cozy Cotton hoodie that matches the Cozy Cotton shorts I had finished. And I got accepted for the test knit. I think I said that in my last episode, but I did not finish it. and I felt so bad. But Autumn was really understanding. She was so sweet, and I am definitely going to finish it. The problem is cotton worsted yarn. It was so rough on my hands. It was making my wrists really tired, and like I have to take it slowly with this knit. So I'm just taking my time with it. I don't want it to like do any damage to my hands. So I'm just taking my time on it. I will show you what I have so far. Again, this is the Cozy Cotton Hoodie by KnitsbyAutumn. You can follow her on Instagram. She also has other patterns on Etsy, I believe. And that's also KnitsbyAutumn is her name on there. The colorway, well, first, the yarn I'm using is Lily Sugar and Cream cotton worsted. And it's in the color white. This is what I have so far. So, not too bad. It's definitely going to be oversized, but that's the point of it. I'm super excited for it to get finished because I love the feel of this yarn when it's knit up. It's just a pain to knit up. I just want the final project, the finished object at this point is my goal. So that's why it's kind of taking me longer. So this is knit on 5mm needles. And like I said, the pattern is out already. So if you're interested, you can, I'm not sure if she has a bundle for the cozy cotton shorts and the hoodie, but they're also separate too. So you can have a matching set. It's super cute. I'm excited to finish mine. The only thing is how it's just hurting my hands. But I am halfway through the body, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Next one would be the Clary baby blanket. Sorry, I have my notes down here. I'm looking. By Deborah O'Leary. I had showed this last time, how much progress I made. I made more progress, so that's why I wanted to show you guys. I'm using Drops Paris in the colors like white and gray. This is what I have. I've gotten like one more big panel done and 2 transition rows. Or actually, I was on this panel when I last talked to you. It was like the start of it. So I finished that one. Now I'm on to the next panel. I already did the transition row. And I also figured out how to pick up the yarn without having to cut ends. So I have all these to weave in, but the rest I will not because I was dumb and didn't actually think about it before I started cutting the yarn. But it's fine. So yes, this is going really nicely. I'm having a really fun time knitting it up, and it feels so nice. I'm so excited to get it blocked because it's probably just going to be even softer than before. I used 4mm needles for this. I should say. And yeah, it's just a nice, it's not a mindless knit because there are patterns for each panel, but it's not hard. It's just nice. You don't have to knit in the round. It's just flat. And since it's garter stitch, you don't really have to purl unless it's in between for these patterns for each panel. So yeah, it's going well. I'm having a nice time with it. I'm just taking my time. This I also want to give to Taylor, my sister-in-law, at her baby shower. Yeah, I'm not really worried about her seeing this one as much as I am the sweater. So there's that. Super nice, having a good time with it. Moving on. Next up is the Everyday Socks by PetiteKnit. The yarn I'm using is Poppy and Spruce fibers on Spruce sock. On the Spruce sock base, I need to get it. And I am using 9-inch circulars, and the colorway is from her monthly subscription box. This was for was this for July? Yeah, I think it's for July. This was July. I just got my August one in. Yeah, that makes sense. I just got my August one in, which will be part of the acquisitions, but this is the Majesty Palm colorway, and I am using 2.25 millimeter needles on 9-inch circulars, of course. And I only have one sock knitted up so far. Well, not completely. I just got done with the heel, which was a new, it's like, I think it's a short row heel is what they call it. I haven't done that before. So it was interesting. Not my favorite. I think I like a heel flap and gusset better, actually, which is surprising. Because at first I hated heel flap and gussets, but after experiencing this, I'm like, it's not bad. But I am in love with how this is knitting up. Like, it's so good. I have not knit with a green yarn yet, I don't think. Yeah, because green isn't a color I'm normally drawn to, but with socks, I like going a little like out of my comfort zone with colors just because they're socks. I think everybody does that typically. If you're a neutrals person, you make your socks a little fun to keep some color and variety. But I'm so excited. The way this is knitting up with the lines, the dark green, light green, oh, it's beautiful. Abby did such a good job with this color. I cannot wait to wear these. And knowing how those lavender pink lemonade socks knit up, when I wash them, this feels a little bit stiff right now, but when I wash them, I know for sure they're gonna soften up. And they feel like sturdy, which is good. Like they're gonna last. And I'm also excited because it's just straight stockinette. So it's really showing the colors really well. I'm glad I chose stockinette because I think rib would have kind of toned down, wouldn't show the colors as well. But it's beautiful. I love it. And yeah, I'm currently working on those. I typically have 2 sock projects on the needles I've been recently. I've become an avid sock knitter now. And it was kind of, it came creeping up without me realizing it. And it got me. And also, I am obsessed with hand-dyed yarn now, which is another reason why I'm knitting socks a lot. Because I can just get one skein for socks, and that's enough to knit them up. So I can enjoy the yarn and the colors. And hand-dyed yarn is expensive, which is totally, of course it should be expensive because the dyers take so much time to work on their hand dyed. That's the point. So they are going to be expensive, but to just be able to buy one skein of something so I can knit up some socks, and if it's something I want but I don't want to knit a sweater out of it, just go straight to socks, and it's cheaper than getting a sweater's quantity. So yeah, my second whip for socks is, what am I using? The pattern I'm So Basic Socks by Summerlee Designs. And this is a free pattern on probably her website and Ravelry. So I've been using that. And the yarn is Dream in Color. They're Smooshy Cashmere base. And the colorway is Guthrie Peaks. So these are for my sister. Let me see if I can show you. This is a little not as speckly as this part, but it's like, what is the base? 20% cashmere, 70% superwash merino, and 10% nylon. That is the base of it, and it is, I am in love with, I'm so happy with how it's knitting up and how nice it is to knit with. Such a lovely yarn. And this color is super beautiful. I love the, I guess you could say it's a beige, and just the pops of color. Super pretty. I am not very far on it, but that's because when I started it at first, I made it too big and I had to rip it back. But now it's looking okay. I used 2.5 millimeter needles, am using, on 9-inch circulars. So that's coming along very nicely. And this was also, could be a part of my acquisitions, but I just started knitting it up anyways before I could get to a video. And this is one of the yarns I bought in California. I made my two cousins and my sister pick out one skein color they really liked of the Dream in Color Smooshy Cashmere, so I can knit them socks so we can have a nice memory of our really fun trip. And these are my sisters. I'm gonna test on her to see, hopefully these fit, because this is a new pattern I'm using. And yeah, if you haven't gotten the chance, please just buy one skein to knit yourself some socks, because it is so nice to knit with. Like, I'm excited to even block them because they're just gonna be softer, as blocking always does. So that is the I'm So Basic socks by Summerly Designs. Moving on. What do we have? Oh, we have a big one. So I was trying to finish this before my next podcast, but I could not do it in time, which is fine. But this is my sweater number 26 by My Favorite Things Knitwear. And I showed you progress on this last episode, but I only really have a sleeve and a half to do, and then I'm done with it. And again, I'm using Poppy and Spruce fibers, Spruce DK base, in the color Frosted Coffee. I'm knitting this on 5mm needles, and then 4mm needles for the ribbing, and 3mm needles for the collar. Now, this is what I have so far. I have the body done. If you can hear me, I have the body done. And I'm currently on a sleeve. It looks so nice. You can really see the variegation in the yarn in this camera. It's really nice. I love knitting this up. It's so fun, and the yarn is super squishy. Now, the only problem I have with this is the collar. I've never done this kind of collar before, and I seamed it. After I bound off for the collar, I folded it, and you have to seam it. And I did a really bad job. So I think I'm going to rip out that seam and redo it so it looks neater, because it looks very bunched, if you can see. And this part is sticking out. You can see it, and then it's also bunched in the back. Now, it doesn't look super bad. Like, I don't think I did a bad job on it, but for me, because I worked so hard on it, I actually do want to go back and fix it so I can make it a little more neater. But other than that, I am loving this yarn. Again, Poppy and Spruce fibers, Abby. I don't know if she watches my podcast, but if you do, Abby, I love your yarn. It's so nice. And I am waiting for your collection, your homebody collection to come out so I can get a sweater's quantity of whatever you have come up with. I don't even care. I just know that's going to be great, and I'm going to knit up another sweater. I think that's it for that, all the information I gave. Also, if anybody has, I know with the collar I was talking about, I did not watch her video she recommends on the pattern. I didn't watch that the first time, and I think I'm definitely going to do that this time so I can make it a little more neater. But also, if anybody's knit this pattern before, if you have any tips, please let me know in the comments. That could be really useful as well, because I see how crisp the collar is on her sweater she knit, and I just really want mine to look like that because I love the way it looks. And it almost does, it's just a little sloppy. But anybody has struggled with that and has tips that can help me out, let me know. Next up is an update. I guess you could consider this still a whip, but it's on ice right now because I literally. And if you haven't guessed it, it's my stupid freaking Cumulus tee by PetiteKnit. And I just literally have like a small sleeve. I didn't make them as long, so the sleeve stops here. So I have it almost done, but the problem is it's small. I tried it on. The I-cord is tight, it is small. And I just was fed up, and I was like, this shouldn't be making me mad, so I'm just setting it aside and waiting till I can focus on it again to figure out what happened. And one of the things I was thinking the problem is actually, let me show it to you because you might want to see what it looks like. So this is it. I love the color. I really love the color. And no, I did not do the I-cord on the V-neck because I kind of just like it the way it is. And every time I do an I-cord, it's so tight. And I tried to make it loose. I really have. But even this one sleeve, I didn't make it super long. It's so tight and there's no stretch to it. And I don't know what I can do. I think Knitty Natty has a tutorial on how to do a stretchy I-cord bind off, so I might try that. But I really just have one sleeve left, but it is so tight I can barely fit it on my body. And either I've gained a little bit of weight, which is fine, or well, I was thinking the problem is that I didn't, some people are going to be mad at me, but I didn't gauge swatch, and I typically don't gauge swatch for my stuff. But this happened with the Cumulus blouse as well, and it's too small. And I didn't like the way it fit, and I'm beginning to realize that I need to gauge swatch the Cumulus stuff, I guess, because my gauge might be a little tighter than PetiteKnits, and I don't know. But I really love this color and I want to be able to wear it, so I'm wondering if I block it out, because it is linen, viscose, and all that, maybe it'll stretch out a little bit. And I don't know, because I also don't know how to rip back an I-cord bind off. So if it doesn't fit, I might give it to my sister, my younger sister. She's smaller than me in the arms and everything, so yeah, we'll see. But yeah, this is on ice. It was really getting on my nerves and making me mad because I was like, all this work and it doesn't fit me. But it's also my fault because I didn't gauge swatch, and if I had, I probably would have not had this problem. So that's that. Last whip is just an update. It's my Dorney sweater by Rebecca Clow, and I have not really had much progress on it. Once I'm done with my sweater number 26, I'm going to prioritize that because that'll be my only sweater that's on the needles, except for the hoodie, but that's a hoodie. I have to knit hood, so I'm not counting that. And it's cotton. So this is like an all over cable. I will show you what I have. I'm still on the yoke. There's been no progress. This is what I have. It looks like barely anything. I am loving knitting with this yarn. I'm using Drops Air in Pearl Gray and Drops Kid Silk Mohair in Moonstone, I think. I love the way it's standing up. It's like so ethereal. Yeah, that's the word, ethereal to me. So when I just picture it all over, like an all over sweater like that, I'm so excited to get started and actually make some progress on it. But that is what I have so far of the Dorney sweater. Not much, but you know, it's something. The rest of this video is going to be just straight acquisitions. And I'm trying to figure out what order I should do this in. So I guess first I will do the acquisition that's not hand-dyed yarn because the rest is hand-dyed yarn. I have plans for this yarn, and this is Peer Gynt, and it is the PetiteKnit color, new colorway that just came out. Well, there's several, but this is one of the new colorways that came out. This is Ash Melange. Yeah, it is 1021 is the colorway, because she knit this with this yarn for her Storm sweater, and I was like, I need this sweater in that exact color. And you know what? That's what I did. And I'm so excited. And I think I might do a gauge swatch with this. I don't know. We'll see. I think maybe I should, because this will be, it's a big sweater. But yeah, this is the color. It's so pretty. Ugh. The lighting isn't great, I'm sorry. But yeah, this is one of my acquisitions. I got, obviously, Sweater's Quantity. It was kind of easy because that's the yarn she uses. So I just got however many balls she used. So it was easy. First, I will show you my purchase I made again in Explorer Knits, because I think this, I realized when I checked their website, they had more in stock after Flock was over, and I was like, ooh, more yarn. I think I'm gonna get more from them. And this is the colorway Drift in the Denali sock base. Let's just appreciate. Like, it is such a beautiful grayish purple. It's hard to even explain. And like, I don't think you're gonna get the full thing of what it actually looks like, because you have to in person. It's just that color that on camera, it's looking way more purple. It is way lighter purple, than that, and it's like, it's a grayish purple. That's all, that's how I can explain it. And I bought 2 skeins of these because nothing, for no reason, because they had 2 skeins left. I love the color, and I have no idea what I'm gonna use, what I'm gonna do with this. And I know maybe a tank top, because that's probably, it's 800 yards, so that's only probably all I can do, which is fine. But I love this color and I had to have it. I had to. I am just excited to knit it up. I don't know when that'll be, but eventually it'll happen. Next up is really exciting because I had just recently got in my Surella yarn Eras collection from Taylor Swift. Everything is so beautiful, I could cry. And this one in particular I purchased for a tank top, or I think I could do a t-shirt even, but I was really wanting to do camisole number 6. This is Welcome to New York in their classic sock base. It's 100% superwash merino wool, 400 yards per 100 grams, and now that's actually disappointing because I realize I'm looking in the monitor or screen and it looks way more purple in the camera and I don't know why. It's really frustrating. It's blue. It's like a muted blue, gray blue. What is happening here? Wait, maybe, no? No? I don't know. I got 3 of these. 3 skeins. And so far, I don't know what I'm going to do. Officially. I might do that tank top, but when I got these in, I laid them on my little cubby next to Drift. And I saw these 2 together. And I was like, maybe, but I have no idea what I could do with just 2 skeins of the Drift and then 3 skeins. I could make a sweater, but I mean, I could make a striped sweater, but I don't know if that would be enough yardage. I don't know if I would have enough. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know, because I'm really up to mixing these together. Let me know if you have any pattern suggestions, if you think these are good colors together, because I'm kind of tempted. I'm really almost there with combining these, but I don't know if maybe it's too much. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I'm indecisive. But yeah, that's Welcome to New York from the Eras collection by Surella. Okay, next up is from Woolberry Fiber Co. And I had joined their collective in July, because they had openings in July. And I'm a part of the collective, so I get a skein every month of their, you know, collective yarns they pick. And this was either for August. I think it was for August. No, this was for July. I'm sorry. This is for July. This is Meet Me by the Coast in their Berry Cozy Sock, 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 400 yards per 100 grams. I ended up getting 2 of them. I don't know how to show these. Now these 2 look, if you can't tell, Well, maybe not. They don't look too different. This one seems a lot darker than this one. And I know you're supposed to do helical knitting. I mean, you don't have to, but to avoid pulling. But I haven't done that before, and I'm kind of lazy. But I feel like it might be necessary because they do look pretty different. But the plan is to make a lento sweater from this. And I really decided that a long time ago that this is what it was going to be, and I have not double checked calculations if 800 yards is enough. 800 yards in fingering weight is enough for a lento. I need to double check on that. Let's hope so, because that was my plan. And I think this would look pretty cool in a sweater. But yeah, it's really beautiful. I love this. I forget what the other one was, because this one was just caught my eye and I had to have it. That's it for garment yarn that I purchased, that I really want these to be shirts or sweaters. And now we're gonna move on to all sock yarn. Okay, so first up, I am going to do the Eras collection by Sorella, all the ones that I've purchased. And again, this is all sock yarn. Some of these are for me, some of these are for my two sisters who are obsessed with Taylor Swift. So I was like, I have to get some for them so I can knit them socks. And let's just get started on it. First up, it is so beautiful. And this is for my younger sister because she loves pink. This is Shake It Off in the classic sock 100% superwash merino. Like, oh. Are you kidding me right now? Oh, it's just beautiful. It glows. It really glows when you see it in person. I love it. So I don't know what pattern sock I'm going to knit with this. I'm thinking maybe something with texture because it is just a solid bright pink and it'll show. But I haven't thought about it yet because I have a lot of sock yarn and I don't know when I'm going to get to these. So that's Shake It Off. And next up, this is for my older sister, Summer. And this is a sock set, the nylon sock set. It's 80/20 superwash merino wool nylon. And this is the sock set. Sock set is Evermore. This one right here, the main color is Evermore. Oh, I'm so excited to knit these up to see what they look like. And the accent, the mini skein is Gold Rush. These are Summer's colors, 100%. If you knew my sister, it's just her. All these colors. Okay, sorry guys, my camera battery died and I needed to do a whole setup, so now I can connect it so I don't have to worry. And I can't remember where I left off. So I think I was talking about this colorway. I'm not sure if I moved on past it or not, but with this, I don't really have a pattern that I really want to do or have an idea. I have never done accent mini skeins before with socks, so that'll be interesting. I'm sure it's not too hard. It shouldn't be, but I need to figure out, I think because it's so variegated, it'll probably just be a simple stockinette so it shows the color better. Okay, moving on from that, we're still in the Eras collection. This is another sock set, nylon sock set, but this is for me. And this is the Enchanted sock set with the Speak Now mini skein. There you go. It's so beautiful. I saw Enchanted and I was like, oh, what would I give to have a sweaters quantity? But I was already getting all this sock stuff and I was like, I just can't do it. But it's so beautiful, and at least I have a sock. I'll have a sock with it. And this goes so beautifully with it as well. So it'll be a really nice sock. I've been really into purples lately. I'm getting some yarn in that's a lavender for like a sweaters quantity. I'm just really loving purple right now. But yeah, that's for me. Yarn is falling. Oh, okay. I'll just do another one that's for me. This is the last one that's for me. This is Anti-Hero nylon sock, 80/20. It's so interesting. Like, it's not, I don't think it's a normal, like, blue's my favorite color, so of course I was like all about this, but overall, I don't think this is something I normally would have picked, but I thought it was so interesting. The oranges and everything together. I was like, yeah, I want to get it and I want to see how it knits up. I don't know, I don't think it'll be self-striping. I don't know how that works. So that doesn't say self-striping, but it might just end up being that way because there's so many different colors, like solid chunks of color. But yeah, that's that Anti-Hero. That'll be a good, this feels like fall to me. It's giving me fall vibes. Okay. Next one, this is for my older sister, Summer, again. She is all about really fall colors is what she likes. This is Ivy and the nylon sock. Ooh, that looks beautiful on camera. It's like a deep green. It's definitely deeper on camera than it is in person. Maybe that, oh, okay, yeah, that looks a little better. So pretty. I think because this is a solid, I'll probably do a cable knit with this for her socks. I think it goes well, like when I compare, I did not plan this out well. These are hers. It's just got, they all go together. These are her colors, for sure. Last one of the Eras collection, my younger sister Selena. This is her second skein of sock yarn that I bought for her. It's so pretty. I love it. This is in Surella's nylon sock, 80/20, and this is Karma. Like, come on. I just am in love. I could stare at this. I could just hang this up on my wall like this. And it, oh, it's just so beautiful. It is so, I love it so much. And I'm excited to knit these up for her. These are also her colors. She likes pink. It's very girly. So yeah, that's it for the Eras collection. Out of those, I would be curious to know, I know I didn't get the whole collection, but the ones I got, which one was your favorite? I'm curious. There were so many good ones. I mean, what is your favorite out of the collection? The whole entire collection, not the ones that I bought. Sorry. If you were following Surella on her Instagram and looked at all the all the colorways. Which one was your favorite? I'm curious because everybody has different tastes and there were so many good ones that I don't even think I have a favorite for it, just because they're all just so beautiful. Next up, yarn brand is East Coast Yarn Co. I just recently discovered her, but I love her yarn. It's very nice and squishy. Like the quality is really good, but she has some really cute colorways on her website. I really love them. Now I will go in the way that I purchased them. She has a yarn of the month, and so far I have July's and August. I did purchase September's, but obviously that won't come in until the end of September. So I will show you the first one is, it's fingering weight 80/20, 450 yards per 100 grams, and the colorway is Pansies, July yarn of the month. It's like a sunset. It is so beautiful. My vocabulary is very limited in these yarns because I could just say they're all beautiful, because they are. I could also hang this up on my wall like with Karma just for display purposes. Next up, with the yarn of the month with the Pansies colorway, I purchased an Oopsie. One of her Oopsie yarns. It's one of a kind neon rainbow, and this is also 80/20. 450 yards per 100 grams. Neon rainbow. It was on sale, so I had to get it. Look how beautiful. I just had to. It glows. I'm a big fan of this section right here. Yeah. And I know because it's got white in it, it might not be smart to knit socks up with them, but I also could do another pattern. It doesn't have to be socks, but every time I buy like a single hank of something, of hand-dyed yarn, is typically socks. But I could do something else if I don't want them to get dirty, because the bottom of my feet, it'll probably be, yeah, you'll see them pretty easily because it's such lighter colors. But it's so pretty. Especially on camera, it like is really glowing, especially this pink. Sorry for the shadows, guys. It's, I'll probably have it next time. I'll probably have the camera in a different position so there's not so many shadows. I have better lighting. Okay, moving on. Next up is still East Coast Yarn Co. This is the August yarn of the month that I just recently received, also 80/20. Colorway is Dahlias. It's not a color I would instantly go for, but I still love it. If it wasn't for being the yarn of the month, I don't think I would have bought it, but I like how it's so peachy muted. I don't know. I think it'll be, it's like it's actually got kind of rose gold, a rose gold color to it. There we go. Yeah, now that I think about it, it does like, it seems very like rose gold-ish. And so next month, or I guess I should say this month since it's September, the theme for the yarn of the month will be sunflowers. So I'm very excited for that colorway. It's probably gonna be so pretty. I wish I would have started, if she started it in January, I wish I would have started it then. but I wasn't even knitting in January, so that's disappointing. But that's okay. Hopefully she does it next year too. But yeah. Last one for East Coast Yarn Co. Dahlias. That's it for that yarn brand. Okay, so the camera died on me again, so I just took a break. I did some chores around the house so it could charge up a little bit more, but it should be good until the end of the video. Also, I noticed the back of my hair is an absolute mess. So please, please don't mind the rat's nest, because I don't really, sometimes I don't have time to do my hair, and that's that. Let's try to finish this freaking yarn haul because I'm done. I'm ready to finish this so I can start editing it and maybe post it tonight. Next up, I'll be doing Woolberry Fiber Co. yarns, 2 sock yarns. Let me get them 1 second. So one of them is a rewind and the other is from the collective. So this, I'll show you the collective for August first. I already picked out my September, but obviously that won't come in until the end of September, so I should be showing that to you guys. It's beautiful. I'm so excited. So this one, I got the Stone Fruit Berry Cozy Sock set. So I got Stone Fruit as the main color, and this fuchsia. It's so pretty, and I forget the name of it, but it's really cute together. I think they go really nicely together. I got the sock set for this month. I got the sock set, and it's like the mini skein. It just always meshes so well together. I love it. Next up for Woolberry Fiber Co. is the, what do you call it? Woolberry Rewind. So they bring back a color, and for this one it was flock. The color they made specifically for flock. They decided to use it so everybody could get it, even when they didn't attend flock, which I thought was really nice because I thought it was so pretty. I really wanted it, and I got this on Berry Cashmere, 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon, 400 yards per 100 grams. And this is what it looks like on the Berry Cashmere. This is better lighting over here. Look at that red. Look at those dark colors in there. I'm excited because they'll probably just be pops here and there. Because majority up here is just the cream beige color, so it'll be really nice, and it feels so nice because it's got cashmere in it. I'm a sucker for cashmere. I'm like obsessed with it now ever since the Dream in Color yarns I showed you. But yeah, this is the last of my Woolberry Fiber Co. yarn, flock. Next up, I want to show you this past month's, this is the August colorway for the Homegrown Yarn Club by Poppy and Spruce Fibers. So I showed you the Majesty Palm on my socks I'm knitting up. This is the August, and the colorway is Clematis. And let me tell you something. This is so beautiful. I am in love. Just look at those purples. I'm trying to see if you can see it better. It is so pretty. It's gonna knit up so beautifully, and I know that because Abby posted on Poppy and Spruce Fibers. You should follow her, by the way, on Instagram, at Poppy and Spruce Fibers. She posted her socks she's knitting up, and she is knitting them in, hold on, let me actually get the pattern. I forget what it is. They are the Mermaid Tail socks by Kaylee Callie or Kaylee Reedy. She has needles. What is she on Instagram? I'm gonna check that too. Sorry guys. She is at Needles and Life on Instagram. So you should also follow her. She has some really nice designs. But the socks that Abby knit up her skein with, like the pattern she knit the socks up, the yarn up with, is so perfect. Like the mermaid tail socks, they look like scales, and I'm so excited. They're gonna be so pretty. I can't wait. But yeah, I thought this was perfect for the last month of summer, technically. If you guys are interested in joining on a month-by-month basis, because she doesn't have the subscription for 6 or 12 months anymore, you can go on Etsy at Poppy and Spruce Fiber. She has a store, and you can purchase each month. You can either get just the yarn if you want, or you can get the box, which has all these other little knick-knack things. Like I got wildflower seeds in mine the last time, and this what is it? It's very interesting. I got a sticker, and I got this solar printing kit for flowers. So I'm excited to try that out. I don't have any dried up flowers or anything, so maybe next year I'll try to figure that out and grow those wildflower seeds. But I live in an apartment, so it's kind of I might give them to my mom so she can appreciate them. But yeah, they're really cute. You never know what you're gonna get. I love the surprise. Last time I got a cute leaf shaped stuff. It's a bowl, kinda. And I got stickers, and it was so cute. Every single one, she really puts all her carefully thought out. Everything she puts in her boxes are carefully thought out to match the vibe of the yarn, and she does it so well. If you're interested, you can do it month by month. But I think it's still open for September on her Etsy. By the time I post this, I'm not sure. So, but if you are interested, she will have it up again in October. So yeah, go check her out too. She has her fast food coffee collection I've mentioned before. It's so nice. I still want to get more, but clearly I've done enough damage to my wallet for now, and I still have yarn coming in. So if that doesn't tell you anything about me and my yarn shopping addiction, then I don't know what will. Okay, let's move on to the last couple of yarns. These are the ones I got in California. Now, I showed you the Guthrie Peaks colorway that I'm knitting for my sister. So I had my two cousins, and I picked out one, and they're all in the same brand, Dream in Color, I believe. I think I said that right. Dream in Color Smooshy Cashmere. So I will show you those now. So I figured it out. It's Dream in Color yarn, but it's close enough. So I'm not getting technical here. So first up, I will show you one cousin, Kenzie, picked out this colorway. It is called Below Horizon, and look at this beautifulness. Beautiful. This one is for Ashley. It's called Burr. Very wintry vibes. Love it. Okay, we're getting speedy again. Oh, I don't want the camera to shut off. Okay, this one's mine. It's called Time Away. I just thought it was interesting. It's not I don't think it's a typical color I'd pick out. But yeah, I think it'll be pretty knit up. And last but not least is a color yarn I got in San Francisco. So I had to get something when we were in San Francisco as well. I got those yarns, the Dream in Color yarn ones, from in Cambria, California, and the yarn store is called Ball and Skein, and they had the best selection of yarn. It was so nice. And they have a website. They also ship, so I will maybe put that down in the description box, the website for them. Yeah, they have a lot of stuff. It's a great yarn store. But this one I got, I forget what yarn store I got this from. Maybe I'll put it down here. But this is Molly Girl yarn, and this is in their Rockstar DK. It is 100% American Superwash Merino colorway, As If We Never Said Goodbye. And yeah, I think this will be nice in a DK weight. I'm not sure if I have enough. I'll figure out. There's plenty of DK patterns, DK weight sock patterns I can use for this. But there is only 300 yards, so I'm probably gonna have to do like shorter leg on these socks, but that's okay. All right, guys, I did it. That is it. I am so anxious that the camera's gonna shut off, so I'm going to hurry it up as fast as I can. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you really enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And I just want to thank everybody that subscribed to me as well. Thank you so much for even watching me, spending your time with me. I really appreciate it. I wrote a note to make sure I don't forget, but I will be trying to post videos every 2 weeks now, because once a month is just getting kind of overwhelming because of how much knitting I'm doing, and maybe the videos can be shorter for everybody's sake, my sake, your sake, and attention span is low nowadays, so yeah. Alright guys, I will talk to you later. I'll see you maybe in a couple weeks, and I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!